Good morning, Primary Sevens. It's Miss Faulkner welcoming you along to another busy week of home learning. And today I'm here to take you through your spelling focus or rules for your learning this week. Now remember, we are on to new learning, so it's important that we share our expectations with you going forward. So on Mondays, you can expect to find your new spelling word list in your assignments, along with the Nelson spelling page, which is your focus of learning for this week. And then Tuesday to Thursday, it's over to you to direct your own learning through engaging with your spelling grids and the various resources that you will be directed to by your teachers. This sometimes might be games or activity tasks. And then Friday, it is test day. So we are looking for you to get somebody to test you and send a photo of how you did over to us. That would be really, really helpful. And as with all our spelling plans, you will know that you've been successful when learning your spelling words if you are able to say the words correctly, if you are able to make the words, that's to break them down into the little digraphs and trigraphs that help you spell them, if you are able to write them correctly, and if you are able to use them correctly across your written work across the curriculum. So for those of us working on Book 6, our focus this week is on useful connectives, and your spelling list sounds like this. Meanwhile, furthermore, therefore, however, nonetheless, alternatively, although, because, nevertheless, whereas, whoever, consequently. So you have lots and lots of useful connectives there. And connectives will be something that is not new to you, Primary 7. I'm sure you all remember our VCOP approach that we use towards our writing at Buckenhaven, and therefore you will know the importance of connectives and how they help us join two sentences together and make our sentences more interesting for the reader. Just in case you forgot, we have got some useful posters on the slide to help you out with what we do and why we use connectives. So I also thought it would be useful to remember that connectives actually have different purposes, and really helpfully when we're trying to up-level our writing, we can use connectives for different purposes instead of the words that we would traditionally use to connect sentences at a very basic level. So for example, instead of using the word but in our sentence, if we look over at the connectives which suggest opposition, like however and nevertheless, that would be a useful way to use a connective to up-level your writing. And that is something that we are all about, up-leveling our writing, particularly in Primary 7 as we're heading for the Academy. So your challenge this week from your Primary 7 teachers is to try in your extended writing that you're going to do this week, which will be tomorrow on Tuesday, we are looking for you to be using at least 2 or more of the useful connectives which are on your spelling list this week. And I'm sure you'll be able to spot most of them in the poster that is opposite on the slide here. Now, one of the tasks that your Nelson unit asks you to do is to identify your connectives which are also compound words. So I thought it was important just to give you a little reminder, just in case you forgot, of what a compound word is. That is where we make a new word by joining 2 or sometimes more, in the case of your connectives list and spelling list this week, together. So for example, air plus plane makes airplane. In your spelling list, mean plus while makes the useful connective meanwhile. Okay, so that is what a little bit of revision for you for the compound words, just in case you forgot. So just as we would in class, a good place to start is to ensure that you know exactly what your spelling words mean, and you can use a dictionary to help you do that, whether that's an online version or a paperback version, just whichever is handiest for you, Primary 7. You should also be able to use your words correctly in a sentence. And that is where I thought these 2 particular pictures were particularly important and relevant for us in Primary 7. So it's all very well knowing how to spell these words and knowing like what its purpose is, but it doesn't really show us a true understanding unless you apply it in a different context. So that's why this week we've really suggested that you use your useful connectives and apply that to your taught writing tomorrow. So that is you applying, so using your knowledge of the spelling words that you've got this week and popping them into your writing this week. And that's all about you making connections both between your prior learning and your knowledge across the curriculum. And that is exactly the successful primary sevens that we look forward to seeing at Buchenhaven this week. Bye for now, everyone. Take care.